My name is James Akinbami. I'm a security analyst, a senior security analyst, who have been in the industry for quite some time. So I've worked in almost every sector. So I've worked in defense, insurance, finance, banking, education, government as well. So we had a session last week, exactly 1 week today. So I'll be doing a recap today as well for the benefit of those that were not there last week. So we'll do a recap of what was done last week and what we need and how we're going to be progressing on this course going forward. So this is going to be a very interactive course, and it's going to be very hands-on as well, meaning that it's going to be you and I, like myself and you guys, doing it. So I'm just going to be facilitating it. So it's going to be very interesting class, really. So outlines. So what we're going to be covering in this course. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So we're going to be covering introduction to cybersecurity. When I say intro, I mean having a basic understanding of networking. What is network, what is firewall, IP addresses, those basic things, because there's no way you can be a security analyst, which is the entry level into cyber. Obviously, at the end of this course, you can say, I will do SOC for like 1 year, then I will move into like governance, I'll move into like risk, I'll move into like compliance. But I always advise anyone to start from the very basis and to have a very solid foundation, just so you can be able to move around, in the course of your career. So yeah, like I said, course intro, we'll talk about networking, which is very basis of what you need to know when you are doing security. So we talk about networking, we talk about firewall, we talk about IP addresses. And for those of you that need those things before, it'll be like a refresher, because we probably are going to be talking about some things that you don't know or you've forgotten, or you might want to have you might need some clarifications on them. So we'll be touching on those. And obviously we'll be talking about what security operations. I'm sure you guys have heard about security operations. What does it mean? What is security operation? So security operation is nothing, but it's just like a place that is secure, 24/7. It's got security in there, and this is where you, as a SOC analyst, you will be working in. Some organization like the UK Home Office, MI5, Ministry of Defense, and all these top companies, they do have like what we call a secure SOC. So meaning that you cannot just get in there. You have to have been cleared. You've got like security clearance levels that you must have gone through before you can get into that secure center. And for those of you that have been living in the UK for more than 5 years, and for those of you that have got like British passports, it will be very good for you, because you can then, you might be so lucky that you see an organization that will take you through what we call a security clearance. So it's called SC clear. So basically, you need to have lived in the UK for like 5 years before you can have SC clear. But yeah, so that does allows you to also help in security operations. But just caveat, something to be very clear: you don't need SC clear to work in cybersecurity. So SC clear are just needed for some roles, not all the roles. So when I started, in this career, I never had SC. So SC is not like a compulsion that you must have SC. No. So I would say 99% of the jobs you don't need SC. So for those people that maybe want to work in a government organization, they might say you need to have an SC clear, or just so you don't need it. So except you want to work in a government organization. So yeah, they will be talking about security monitoring and detection. So which is where we're going to be looking at live attacks, where we're going to be practicing, how it is like, in a secure center, or what we call security operation center. We're going to be looking like, writing this ourselves, testing this detection, and writing use cases, mapping these use cases and trying to see how this use case is going to work in real life. So we're going to be looking at, one demo today, and we're going to be doing it, across the board. I'll pick like, one or two or three people to say, can you just try and do it as well? Because I knew that some people were here last week, and I did show some demo, and I would expect them to be able to demonstrate that today in the course of this training. So yeah, we're going to be doing incident response as well. We're going to be looking at incidents, like that's where phishing email, ransomware attacks, malware attacks, all kind of security attacks that you might. So I'll be talking about attack first, because if you don't know attack, then you not understand of what's incident basically. So incident is anything really. So if your data is stolen, so a very good example is like, everyone has got banks, right? You have your money in your banks, you have the bank protects your money and they protect your data. So if by any means that those data gets to the third party, get to the wrong hands, then the bank is going to declare an incident, because that's now an incident, because they have breached the policy. So that becomes an incident, and they need to do what is called an incident response. So they have to respond to that incident. And when responding to incident, we have different frameworks that we need to use. We'll be talking about NIST. We'll be talking about MITRE framework, which is another framework to use for incident. We're going to be touch basing on ISO 27101 as well, which you can also use for an incident response. Then again, we're going to be talking about security operations center, like I've mentioned. So what security operations and security operations center, they are kind of together, so you cannot separate them. And we're going to be looking at lab. We're going to be running SIEM solution, which is security information event management. We're going to be looking at live attacks. Again, like I said, we're going to be analyzing these alerts in SIEM. So then we're going to be doing like an assessment after each of the sections, just to make sure that we know exactly what we are doing. As I explained at the beginning of this training tonight, sorry. So yeah, this is, I'm trying to take this away. Okay, yeah, thank you. So Security Operations Center. So this is a very good example of how SOC Operations Center is. So it comprises of dashboard. You can see those dashboards, and you can see people are working in that center, and all they do is work 24/7, protecting live attacks, and building reports, looking at threat intelligence. And I can say SOC is very interesting because if you are the type that you want to defend something, so see SOC as we have like police and thief. Basically, we have the police and we have the thief. So the thieves are trying to attack and the police are trying to defend. So that is how SOC is. So SOC is like that center. The Security Operations Center is like where you protect critical data, critical facilities, and all of those good stuff are being done in the Security Operations Center. Like I said, from the name you can deduce what it means. It's a secure environment. You just cannot get into it anyhow. So you need to have some level of clearance before you can get into SOC. I will pause for a while. Yeah, like I said, it's going to be very interactive section. I would want to know if anybody has got questions before I proceed. Questions. I know there are probably new people joining today. I've had a session last week as well. This is going to be recap and build into what we're going to be doing on Saturday. But I would say, any questions? If you don't want to unmute yourself, you can put it in chat. I would expect people to ask questions, definitely, because this is a very different course, and this is going to be like very hands-on course. This is going to be very good course at the same time. So I need people to interact as I will be, interacting with people as well. So any questions, anything that anybody wants to raise at this junction before I continue? I'll just pause for a while. Okay, so I will carry on. I assume that no questions. So we're going to be looking at the what we need to run the. I know few people are kind of asking me to say what do we need requirement wise and whatnot. So if you have a laptop that runs, it could be Linux, Ubuntu, whatever, but we need this minimum of these requirements. So the CPU core should be 4. That's the minimum. We need a RAM of 8 GB. We need an hard drive of 50 GB. That is the minimum spec requirement. But my own recommendations will be to have like CPU of 6, RAM of 16 GB, and hard drive of 50 GB plus. And the reason why we need it is because we're going to be running virtual machines, up to two to three VMs on our local machine. We're going to be running like Ubuntu Linux. We're going to be running Parrot OS, and we're going to be running Windows 11. These are going to be virtual machines. They are not real machines. They're just virtual. They're going to be running on your local machine. So we're going to be installing, an hypervisor, which all these VMs are going to be running on. So again, I will pause here. If anybody has got questions concerning the requirements or any clarification, please ask now. I'm trying to look at the chat just in case anybody has got questions. Okay, I'll move on then. Thank you. Sorry. So, who is this course for? This course is going to be, covering anybody that wants to start career in security operations, or what we call SOC. Those who has got, maybe if you are already working in SOC and you've got like interviews and you think, oh, I need to clarify something, so I need to get some hands-on just so I can go and knock off my next interviews. This is going to be for you as well. Those who want to start as an L1, L2. So in security operations, we have like levels. It starts from L1, that's the lowest level, L2, a bit of middle, and we have like L3. Then we have like senior, manager, and all of those good stuffs. So, but where everybody starts is going to be the level 1, understanding the basis. Everything starts from the basis, and you need to understand the basis before you can progress. It starts from the basis. So someone who wants to defend, like I said, you want to defend important data, and again, realistic people, because I know a lot of things has been said. Oh, cyber it pays a lot of money, on all of this stuff. But what you've not been told is that is a lot of hard work, and nobody pays you for free. You have to be really good at it before you are paid. Yes, is it a very lucrative career? Absolutely. I'll be lying if I say it's not. Yes, it is. But at the same time, it is very challenging, and you have to be ready. So you have to do a lot of reading, a lot of studying, a lot of this session that we are doing. After the session, you go research, ask questions, and make sure that you give your very best before you can eat the dividend of this career. So that was why I put the realistic people, because some people are not being realistic, or maybe I should say, sincere people, because you have to be sincere with yourself. You have to be realistic with yourself. And those who want to keep confidential details, So I usually tell people this is a very good career. At the same time, it can also land people in jail. I've seen people being in jail before. I've seen people being, in prison because of this cybersecurity. And I'm sure you want to like, oh, how does that get out? I'll explain. Because when you work for some organizations in this career, because you'll be so opportune to, and you'll be exposed to so many big organizations, and they keep confidentiality very important. Usually, like I said, some people will ask you to go through SC clearance, some people will ask you to sign a non-disclosure agreement. So some of these things, because of the amount of data that you are going to be seeing, and the confidentiality of those data are so high that you have to make sure that those data are secure, and you cannot disclose it. Even you cannot disclose it to your wives, you cannot disclose it to your husbands. That is how critical this career is. If you know that you cannot keep things, probably cyber is not for you, because you can go to jail for that, especially if you've signed a non-disclosure agreement. You cannot tell anybody. You cannot tell what you see, and you're going to see a lot of things. You're going to be opportune to see stuff that you'll be like, wow, does this exist? Yes, but you just cannot disclose it. You just cannot say it. So that was why I said, for those that can keep confidentiality details. So in our labs, we're going to be going through, we're going to be downloading malicious files. We're going to be importing them into our VirtualBox, and we're going to be doing all of these good stuff. We're going to be installing Zeek. Zeek is a solution that once you install it on your network, you can look for any suspicious activities going on in your network, and it can report it to you. So we're going to be setting up rules to do that. Zeek it's one of the technologies, or one of the tools that you'll be using in real life as well when you start working. So it'll be very good to see how it works, and it'll be good to see how it can help as well. So we talked about what is phishing email last week, and I did do a demo. And today in this section, we are going to be running through a demo, and I will start to. I mean, for those that were here last week. Okay, somebody has put a message in chat. Sorry, let me look at that. Who's that? Hi, tutor. Are most of these two? Sorry, Babajide, I don't quite understand what I don't get it. You said hi, tutor. Are most of these twos? I don't get what you mean, please. Do you want to unmute yourself, Babajide, sorry, and maybe try to explain what you mean? I don't really get what you mean.
That was a typo. I wanted to ask if most of these tools are free.
Yes, all the tools that we are going to be using are going to be free.
Oh, fantastic.
But don't worry too much about tools in security, because I usually tell that to people. Do you know why? Because tools can change, but the fundamentals doesn't change. So, and I'll explain what that means. For example, we're going to be looking at a SIEM called Elasticsearch, which is like Splunk. They're kind of the same. So Elasticsearch is free, Splunk is paid for, but they work the same way. But there's so many SIEM solutions. There's QRadar, there's Splunk, there's McAfee, there's Azure Sentinel. But they're just vendors. But what we need to understand is the fundamental of how SIEM works and how it can be applicable to my career. Because you can work in organization A and they're probably using like Splunk, and maybe after 2 years you've used Splunk for 2 years, and you move to organization B and they are using QRadar. So it doesn't really matter what SIEM they are using, as long as you know one SIEM, you can just, you can transfer that skills to another scene, and that's what matters, nothing else. That's what matters. So yeah, we're going to be going through some demos, and so I will go through. Let me try and remember those that were here last week. So Baba Jide, were you here last week?
Yes, I was.
Okay, cool. So I will expect you. So you be the one that will start the demo for us. I will do a quick reminder. I know Fortune was here last week. Oh, Fortune, are you there?
Yes, hi, I am.
Oh, good. So are you in a good place to? We be able to do demo, right?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. So yeah. So we have Babaji there. We have Fortune. I can't remember. So can you let me know if you are here last week, please? So just so we can.
Yeah, I'm here. I was here last week. I was the one that
Is that
explained the
the phishing
example.
email? Yeah, is that Shola, right? Are you
No,
Shola?
Bimbola.
B. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So I think we'll start with you. So how do you want us to do? Do you want me to do a quick recap, or you guys will demo it for me? Just to make sure that what we did yesterday or last week, you went home and you did do additional studying on it, because that's very important. You have to. That's really extremely important as well.
There's a recorded video that I have to rewatch again. So
okay, so you can remember, right? Okay, so I would. So are you happy to be the first one to go through? Don't worry, if you are stuck anything, I'll come in and help. But I will try not to say anything, and I'll call people as well. That's what we're gonna do tonight. But let's start with yourself, P. So I would say, Pat, how do you want us to do this? Do you want to give like the right of share to B, so that B can share our screen just to walk us through the demo of what we did last week? Because this is what we're going to be doing. It's like I said, it's going to be hands-on, interactive, and that is how you learn it. I can stay here and talk from now till 5 hours. If you don't do it yourself, it's not going to stick. So you need to do it yourself. So,
all right. Yeah, I can give Bimbola. Yeah.
No, I think he's B. Yeah, Bimbola. So yeah, B. Okay. Yeah, B.
Yeah.
Yeah. Over to you, please. So.
Okay.
Sorry, what am I doing? Am I sharing my screen to?
Yeah, share your screen and walk us through the demo of what we did last week.
Oh, I can, because I'm still trying to install a few things on my system.
No, you don't need anything installation. Don't worry about it. It's just phishing, just analyzing the a phishing email and walk us through what we did last week. Just the process. You don't need any installation. You don't need anything installed on your machine.
So I need to go into one of my email, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you still remember, or you forgotten?
I do remember, but I won't be able to share my screen. That's what I'm trying to say.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm actually doing something right now on my PC.
Okay, that's fine then.
My PC is actually froze right now.
Okay, that's fine then. So let's go with Fortune. Let's start with Fortune, then we'll come back to other people. Fortune, do you mind doing the demo for us and for you to start?
All right. So I'm going to give Fortune the opportunity to share screen.
Yeah, to share screen. Fortune, is that okay for you?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Let's not take it.
Okay, that's it, Fortune.
Thank you. Whenever you are ready, you can share your screen.
Yeah. So I think you should be. Oh, okay. I didn't.
I will stop sharing now. So I've stopped sharing. So Fortune, you can take it over.
Sorry, just give me a second. Where is it?
Like I said, I'm here. If you need any help, just let me know.
Okay.
So just so you know,
Hello, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you, and I've stopped sharing, so you can share your screen now.
Yes. So, oh, are you seeing my screen or not?
No, I'm not seeing. I don't know if anyone is seeing your screen, but I cannot see your screen.
Okay, I'll stop and share again.
Okay. Yeah, you can do it again, please.
Can you see my screen now?
I think so, but I can't. It's blank though. I don't think you're doing anything, but it looks like I can see.
Oh, okay. That's strange.
Yeah, I can see it now. I can see it.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'm on
I can
the
see.
Google page.
Yeah. I can see it now. I can see it.
Okay, cool. See, can you see the virus total page?
I can see it.
All right, cool. So I think what we tried doing last week was trying to see some of the phishing emails.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go into like my mailbox and try to look at my junk mail to see something. Hopefully something comes up there. Okay, let me even use my box. So I've got this one. Definitely, I'm not expecting anything from DPD. So I think we copied sort of like the link address, and we went on the virus total page and used the URL link, pasted the link in here, and push the enter key. Say this is pretty much the result that came out. So you did let us know that not all the emails that come in the junk mail is sort of phishing, because some of them are quite clean. Like the result on this one shows that it's quite clean.
Yeah, but one vendor is saying it's phishing, right? Just one vendor out of 90, one says is phishing. Okay, keep going.
I think there was something else. There was one other link we used. I can't remember that.
We use Cisco Talo. Just go to Google and just do Cisco Talo. Cisco then Cisco, just Cisco then TALO, Halo, like hello, yes, just to enter. Yeah, that's the first one. The first link, yeah, that's the one. And just whack that link in there and see what that says. Just put that link in there and let's see what we get from that. Okay, did we get any? So 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 the URL is not blacklisted. So the reputation says it's okay, but that's not enough. Let's go back to the email. Let's go back to the email original. Let's go to your top left. Go to that three dots. No, let's go to top right. Let's go back to the right. Keep going. Yeah, go to the Outlook, just on the Outlook, and click on those 8 dotted line. Yeah, click on that. I'm trying to see how we can get the original email, so that we can analyze the header. Where's the original email? So, this is Outlook, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's interesting. Let's see how we can get the original email. 1 second. Let me just take one email from here. Yeah, because we need the original email. So, okay, you are using the web. You're not using the client, right?
No, I'm not using the app.
Why don't you download the app? It's difficult to get the original email from the web version. Oh yeah, this way it becomes tricky because we need the original email. So, but because we are using the web version, it's a bit tricky to get it. But the client is much easier. I know there's a way we can you scroll down from this right? Just keep coming down from the right. Yeah, keep coming down. Let's see if there's a way we can. I'm looking for a way to get the original email. No, keep going up. No, there's no option to do it. Keep going up. Yeah, we can do it from here. No, it doesn't give us. Let's try all of these things up. And there's no. Yeah, no, it's no option. No. What about those 3 dots there? Is that no? There's no options. Yeah. So, anyways, so if you are analyzing, I mean, we'll try another person. So, fortunately, if you are working on this ticket, let's say this has been assigned to you. You work in an organization, and somebody has said, "Oh, I just received this email. I think this is a phishing email," and they assign it to the security queue, and you've picked this up. You are working on it. What will you do? What is going to be your thought process? After you've done all of these things that you've done now, what do you think? What do you think about this email?
Well, I'll probably
Mr. Michael said block it.
I would advise it's probably not safe, considering the fact that at least one vendor is saying it is phishing.
Yep.
So I would, even if a whole lot of other vendors are saying it's okay, I would mark that ticket as not safe.
Yeah, spot on. That's exactly what I would do. So, do you know the reason why this is a phishing email? One, if you look at the photo from the address, you can see it's definitely dodgy. It's coming from Gmail, and even the domain is f.ad whatever. This is definitely not coming from DPD. That is sure. Secondly, is that if you look, given that one vendor has said is phishing, do you know the reasons why the other vendors they've not? So the reason why other vendors has not declared this as phishing is probably because no one has submitted this report to them to say this is a phishing email, hence why they've not gotten it. But the fact that one has gotten it, it's just really painful that we could not get the original email. I will show you how to see where the email is coming from exactly. But yeah, well done. So, and the next thing will be to then get the IP address of this email and the domain address of this email. So you write a report as a Fortune, try to install the client, please, so that because going forward we'll still do a lot of, so just try to install this client. So your incident response or your mitigation will be, there's always a template. Every organization, they've got their template to say, this is what I've done. These are my analysis. So all of these things. So what you've done, Fortune, is you've just analyzed a phishing email. That's all you've done. And you would then put your report to say, this is my recommendation. My recommendation is that the IP address of this stuff should be blocked. And you now give your reasons why you think it should be blocked. Because you'll be starting as a level 1 analyst, you can only put recommendations. You cannot block. So it goes to the level 2 guys. The level 2 guys would review. Oh, so do you have the client now, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so let's go to the just click on the email. Make sure, click on it. Just double click on it. Just double click on it from the app. Double click on it from there. Yeah, just so that it can be separate. Okay, so let's go to file, top right. Let's just go to file. Sorry, top left rather. File. Just go to file and go to properties. Properties. Yes, properties. Click on that, and just do Control A, Control C. Just do Control A, and Control C. Yes, copy that. So let's go to Google, and go to a website called MX2Box. So that's Mike Xylophone 2Box, MX2Box. Yeah, 2Box. Yeah, correct. So just work that in. Yeah, the first one. Yeah, that's the first one. And go to analyze headers. Analyze headers. Yes, that's the one. So this is one of the tools that you keep using. So go to analyze header at the bottom. Analyze header. Just click on it, and it would analyze this header for us, and we'll see where this email is coming from. So yeah, so this email has got all of those things that are green. They are good. You can read about them. SPF records, DKIM, and we'll definitely talk about them as well. So keep going down. So wait. Let's start from. Let's start from. So no, keep going down. We're starting from. Keep going down. Where's it from? Where's the header itself? Keep going down. Yeah. So you can see headers found. You can see that is where you need to start analyzing your. So the SPF record is the record that authenticates the sender. So SPF tells me that this sender is who they claim they are. But again, these are the things that we're going to touch about. So let's copy the IP address. Let's copy the IP address. No, and let's go to IP void. Just copy the IP address alone and go to IP void, IP then void, one word. Yeah, just click on that. Yeah, the first one, and just go to not down. Go to who is the second one. Who is? Yeah, just put the IP address there. We want to really know who owns the IP address. Just click on that. So this is going to tell us who owns this IP address. Okay, so I'm sure, Fortune, you can tell me who owns this IP address now. Who owns it?
Say it's some.
Okay.
It's Google. It's clear. It's Google. It's just right here. It's Google.
All right, name.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's Google. You can see. So because when you are doing analysis, you have to see yourself like a lawyer, like a police. You're trying to do is trying to put pieces together and trying to work out what is real. So from this, now this tells me that these guys, they've gone and registered. It does not necessarily mean that Google owns it. So don't just say Google owns it. Usually you compare from 2 or 3. Yeah, let's keep going. Keep going. Let's read more information about the the IP. Okay, yeah, definitely owned by Google. You could see, so you could see, original ID, the address, where they are based. This is called open source threat intel. So these are the things that would help you to make your final decision to say, okay, Google owns this. Keep going. So if you want to, let's say this IP address is bad, and you want to report it, so they've got an avenue for you to report it. So you can see the email address, they've got phone number, they've got everything that you can use to report it. Keep going. Okay, so let's go back to our header. So let's go back to, it looks like it's owned by Google, but let's go back to what we're analyzing. No, not this toolbox, the MX toolbox. Let's go back to that MX toolbox. Okay, so we can see that the IP address claimed to be from Google. Sorry, from Google, yeah. But there's something happening here. If you look at the senders, it's saying it's coming from Gmail. But when we are analyzing the IP address, it's saying Google. Are you not seeing discrepancies there? I'm trying to, this teaching is not going to be just teaching. I also try to teach you how to think like a security analyst, because you need to have some level of thinking to be able to be successful in this job. Because you like I say, you're like a police, you're like a lawyer, you're trying to, you have a case and you're trying to justify your case. So that's why I'm pointing these things out from the headers, because that's what you're going to be doing. So you could see that the sender IP claims to be from Google, but if you look at the email address, it's saying Gmail. Gmail and Google, they're the same, right? So we can say it's fine, cool. There's no discrepancies there. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's go to the second IP address. Okay, still the same. Let's find the destination. So that's the source IP address. That's where it's coming from. So let's find the destination IP. Let's keep going. So let's look at the date it was sent. Okay, I've seen, yeah, this definitely not good email. This is definitely phishing. So look at the return parts, Fortune. Look at the return parts. You can see. So what's happening is that this particular email, the source email, has been spoofed. That's did you know what? Did you understand the word the term spoofed? Have you heard that term before?
Not really.
Okay, so it means that, so spoofing means, let's say you have an email address. I've hijacked your email address and I've changed something from there. So basically your email has been compromised, and I now change your from address. I change it to say it's coming from me instead of coming from you. That's what spoofing means. So this email address has been spoofed. Yes, the domain is Google.
How did you find out it's being spoofed?
Yeah.
Where did you see that?
Yeah, so it's not going to be written, but
Okay.
that's what
I thought you saw it somewhere.
yeah, I saw it somewhere. Yeah. So that comes with experience, and that's what I will explain now. So let's go back to the original email. Original email. No, sorry. The header, the very start of the header analysis, just the very top. You can see the email from where it starts from. Keep going down. No, not this one. Just keep going to the headers. Yeah, from here. Just stay here. We're going to do a lot of work here. So you can see it's coming from DPD track, and the email address is f.ad whatever, right? So usually, if the email address is correct, if the email has not been spoofed, the return part we have to be to that from. Does that make sense? So the return part and the from part has to be the same.
Sorry, why is the return part? What does it say when it's returned? Is it
So
sender?
yeah, so the return
return.
part,
I can see that.
so you can see your return part, because you are sending it to the person that, so the from is where the email is coming from. So when you are returning it needs to go back. For example, if you send me an email and I'm responding to your email, it's not going to go to Fortune, right? It's going to come to you. Except Fortune has spoofed your email, then it will change the return part. The return part will now come to him. But in this case, that is what has happened. This email has been spoofed. So the return part is different from the sender email. So that is another reason to know that this is a phishing email. I will stop for a while, and I know there's going to be a lot of questions here. Questions?
I think I'm slightly confused here.
Okay, tell me.
So when you look at the sender and then the return path, so are you saying they have to be the same?
Yes.
All right.
Because and I've just explained, if you send me an email, right? You send me an email. If I'm responding, if I'm replying, where does that email comes? If I reply, where does it go?
Goes to your inbox.
No, it comes to you, right?
So,
if you
while you're sending out
me an email, exactly. You send me an email and I'm responding to you. So that responding back to you, that's the return part. The return part needs to come to you. But if you look at the sender email and the return part, they are not the same. So that's another way to know that an email is phishing, or a particular email is being spoofed.
So normally we would say, for instance, I was to reply that particular email, I would think it is actually going to this email address.
But it's not going there.
In the back end,
it's going to
this way.
Exactly. So that's why I said the email has been spoofed. So that's what it means.
So it shouldn't be the same. It should be a different email.
No. So the return parts should be the original, should be from the email. So that was what I explained. Like B, again, I will explain. If you send me an email, you send an email to @gmail.com from you, right? You are the sender, and you send me an email. When I'm going to respond to you, I'll click reply, right? And when I hit reply and I send a reply to you, where does the reply come to?
Me.
So what is the return part in that case? Your email address is a return part.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be a different email. So
no, it has to be the same as the sender.
Oh, but this one is the same, is it?
No, it's not the same. No, it's not the same.
Fatima.
No, look at it from.
DPD track. Is it not the same, or am I not?
No, it's not. It's not the same.
Sorry, it's too small.
No, it's not the same.
It is the same. It's just have dots.
From. No, it's not. It's not the same. Look at the from email.
Okay, it has dots on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it different. Okay.
Those are the little details that is very important. It's very important. Like you will see some domains that are very similar. You see dots. You see they can say all those things makes a lot. That's why you need to attention to details is very important. They are not the same. Oh, Mr. Michael, sorry. Yeah, you want to say something? Please go ahead.
Hi. So what I was trying to contribute is that I think this issue is something that has to do with Google itself, because it's easy for you to customize your outgoing email, and then the return part will be back to your like I can spoof someone's email now, like say your email, I can customize my own Google address.
Exactly.
It goes into that person's inbox. It shows as if it's coming from somebody you know.
Exactly.
So when you send the email, if you're not paying attention, you will not even look at who you have sent.
Exactly.
So
that absolutely spot on. Absolutely spot on. That is why security requires attention to details. People have lost. I'm going to say this story, but I won't say the company. they lost, like, hundreds of thousands of dollars in America because of what we call BEC, business compromise emails. Like, because of this, it was phishing, and phishing is still the biggest attack surface even till tomorrow, because everybody would just like you are saying, B, if it was you will have just reply, because you are not paying attention, and you are saying it's not the same. It's not the same. You can see f.ad. whatever. It's not the same as FDA. So that is going to another person because it's not the same. So the domain is not seen it as the same person. So that's why I hope you guys are learning something. I hope you are seeing how it works in real life. This is how it works. This is a very good example of how phishing works. Thousands of pounds has been lost, millions of, even if you next week on Saturday I'll show you guys the amount of money that has been lost to phishing email. It's still the biggest. Do you know why it is biggest? Because there is no amount of control you can put in place. The weakest link are still people, because there's nothing you can do, right? The company cannot teach everybody how to think. They can't do it. Even though they've done security awareness training, they've done all of that, but these little things can mean a very massive difference. I'm really happy that we are using this as an example, and someone has said it's the same, but it's not the same. And Mr. Michael was spot on as well by saying yes. So usually, because it's Gmail, that's why it could be spoofed. But imagine if it's in a bigger organization, email cannot be spoofed because you have controls that prevent that. But you could be, even though there's also what we call like internal threat. This is not coming from external. These are people within the organization that knows everything around, and they can spoof it. So that's why you cannot have 100% security. It does not exist anyway. You can put controls in place, you can do whatever, but you just cannot have 100%. That's why attention to details. Think before you do anything. When you start working in security, before you do anything, think to say, what am I doing? What am I doing? Is it all right? Am I doing the right thing? And if you ever doubt it, just ask for somebody. You never know how that will go a long way to save your neck. If you ever have any iota of doubt, just call your colleague to say, can you come and check this? What do you think? Never assume if you're not sure. So I think there's some chats there's a message in chats. Saka said yes. Okay, so this is the end of the phishing email, and thank you, Fortune. Who else wants to try?
Thank you. I'll stop sharing.
Sorry, who is that? Yeah, stop sharing, please. Who else wants to give it a go as well? Again, it's going to be hands-on, practical, and I like everybody to be involved, please. Who is going to try again? Mr. Michael, do you want to try?
Sure. Let me see if I have any.
But yeah, if you want to try.
All right, let me share my screen. Okay,
please, Pat, can you let Mr. Michael share his screen as well?
Sure,
this is how all of us are going to learn. This is how to learn it.
So something like this now. Okay, this will be a spam email.
Which one? We're just seeing your desktop, really. We can't really say anything, just your desktop. Yeah.
Stop sharing.
Yeah. You can share the schedule of your stuff, yeah.
So can you see it now?
It's still coming through. Yes, we can see.
So I just opened this one, so this will be a spam email.
Okay, so let's try this then. So go to just over through the link. So
I'm going to have yeah.
No, just go to the body of the email. You know what you are showing us now. That's fine. No, just leave it. Come down. Yeah, go to the track, and don't click it. Just right click it. Don't click. Right click it. Don't click. Just right click and copy the. No, you didn't right click. You should right click so you can copy the link.
Copy address link.
Yeah, copy that.
I've done that.
Yeah, let's go to VirusTotal. And let's see what VirusTotal says.
So I think the link he was checking earlier. Maybe a lot of people have not reported it. That's
that was what I said. So, but a particular vendor has picked it up. So let's run this one.
Ooh.
Wow, this one is you can see. So everybody say Bitdefender, Fortinet. All of the top guys says, NetCrowds, they all said is phishing. So let's go back to the original email and let's go and do a deeper analysis. So can you go to, go and download the email. Just click on the email, download the email itself.
You mean here? Oh.
Yeah, download it. Just go to wait, let me see how we can download the email. Correct. Yeah, that's it.
Download message. Okay.
Yeah, download it. You can save it, put it somewhere, maybe put it in a folder or somewhere.
New folder.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so you can open it as long as you don't click it. It's fine. Just open the email.
You want me to?
Well, you don't have any application that you can use to open this email. Why is it not?
It depends on because I think it's the way I saved it. Maybe the extension.
Okay, so what can you right click and go to property? Let's see your extension. Properties. And what extension did you use?
It didn't save with any extension.
Oh yeah. So we need to use Outlook to open it. If you have Outlook.
I do not have the what's it called, the client, and that's what I was going to ask you earlier.
Okay.
So sorry, go on.
No, I'm just thinking how we can get the headers. I want us to download the headers. Well, let's go back to the email. Let's see if there's any other way. Go to that three dot. Yeah, let's see. Click on that. Okay, show original. Yeah. And copy all of those from the copy it from the very top. No, we don't need from, just copy from delivery. Yeah, let's do it from there. Just do Control A.
I've copied.
Yeah, and Control C. And let's open MX2 box. So let's go to analyze headers. Top right, analyze headers. Yeah. And just whack that in there. So SPF failed, DMARC failed, DKIM failed. Let's go down. Let's keep going down. Let's keep going down. Let's go to the headers. Let's keep the here. Let's stay here. No, go. So it's deliver. Is that you?
That's my email.
Okay, good. It's delivered to you. So where is it coming from?
So from received.
No, let's go to from. Where is it from?
So this is the email address that is from.
Yeah, from that. Yeah. Okay, so can you just copy the domain? Not just the domain. From the domain, copy all the way to, no, keep coming. Yeah, just the domain, yes. Copy that and do Control C. Yeah, let's go to IP void. IP void. Yeah. Yeah. Just go to IP. No, WIS. Yeah. Let's walk in there and see.
Where?
Second one. No, the second one. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Just to. So what does it says?
Match.
What is it? No match. Okay. This looks like a spoof as well. This is definitely phishing. So let's go to Google and just put in that address in Google. Let's see what we get. Just put that domain in Google. It's definitely not. Yeah, you can see. No, remove the mail. Remove the mail. Whatever. Yeah, remove that. Remove that part and just do. Okay. Doesn't find anything.
Let me check this without the .com.
No, it doesn't. It's definitely so. It could be that the domain has been brought down. Let's go back to the headers. No, because the headers.
This is the return part.
Yeah, so exactly. So definitely, you can see that the return part is changed as well. So you can see that it's not the return part and the sender address is not the same. So definitely is a phishing email. I want us to find the IP address of the sender, but we can't get it.
What?
Yeah. So yeah, these are the things that happens on the internet. If you're not careful, if you're not careful, so definitely it's also spoofed. But go back to the headers. Original ones, yeah, headers. I want to see the sender's IP address. So there's no. Go up. Send the IP address. Is received from you, delivered to you, received from with SMTP of these. It's definitely not PDT or whatever that's so authentication, return part, and receive these. Keep going down. Keep going down.
IP address, I believe.
No, that's gonna be Google IP address. Client, yeah, that's because that is the received part. So that's the received part. So it's gonna be the IP address of the that domain that you just checked, which is not malicious, by the way. So or copy that domain. Let's go back to that domain. No, that I think you have it open already.
Yes. So this is a real domain.
Yeah, so copy the domain. So you never know. Just copy the domain. No, just copy. Yeah, select it. Yeah, select it, and let's go to IP void and let's go and see. I'm sure the domain will be fine, but they've already done the spoofing already. So go to the IP void. Yeah, no, yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. So let's go to let's go to URL. Yep. Or you can just do back from the browser. Just do back. Yeah, fine. Yeah, let's do WIS lookup. Let's just check it. WIS lookup. Paste the domain there. Yeah, let's see if it works. So it's not valid because you need to remove the. So, no, it's fine. It's fine. I think there's something. Yeah, try it now. It should work now.
No.
So take the no, there's HTTPS there, right? There's www there again, right? So keep going. Oh, okay, that's why. Remove the HTTPS. Remove that, and make sure that.
Does the HTTPS not make it a genuine? Because
it does make it secure, but the part is not correct. We have HTTPS, we have www, whatever. So it's too much. So I just want it to be like, yeah. Okay, yeah, so do WIS now. So just do WIS check. Definitely it's not valid IP address. So but why is it not valid? Interesting. Let's go to VirusTotal. Let's go and check it there and see what's going on. Go back to VirusTotal and just click on come down a bit. Now go to the address at the top. No, address. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, just delete that and put the new one there. Yeah, put it there.
You want me to remove the HTTPS?
Yeah, yes, because we can have once you have the W, that's HTTPS already. So yeah, remove this backslash. Remove that backslash here and run it. Just enter. Let's see what VirusTotal brings. Okay, VirusTotal said it's clean. So you can say, okay.
Start 25 years ago.
Yeah, so you can see it's definitely no, that's the register complaint. So GoDaddy is just like DNS, register complaint. So they help to host this domain. So let's go back to the headers. So let's go back to MX2 box. Yeah. So you can see that the whole thing is not, is not adding up. The sender address, the return path, and the
on the thing it says content.papamorphy. Is that not what we meant to look at? Not only just papamorphies.
No,
do we need to add the content dot?
No, content is not the domain. So the domain, no, the domain is papamorphies.com. That's the domain. Yeah, okay. That's it. So the content is not there.
Sorry, can I ask a quick question, please?
Yeah, sure.
You know how organizations use Office 365?
Yeah.
So what are the chances of them getting a spam email like this?
Anybody can get 365. I mean, anybody can get spam email. So we have like email gateway, right? So which I remember when Microsoft started some years back, when it was new, Microsoft Office 365 was the worst email that you can use because they don't have any gateway. They didn't have any like spam control. There were a lot of spamming, phishing emails. So what people now do is to use another email gateway as a front door. The likes of there's a lot of these guys in the email gateway solution. Splunk has been doing email gateway solution now. We have Semantic doing it, email gateway solution. So they are going to be like an external company that all they do is an email gateway. So they have the signature of all of the spam emails, all the phishing guide. So what you're going to do is that you're going to configure your email so that every email that is coming into your organization comes through the gateway. It's just like a firewall. So you have rules in your email gateway that filter every email, but still, there will still be some that will still come through. There's no way you can prevent it. Because do you know why some will still come through? Because the bad guys, they are so clever and they keep changing things every day. So you cannot possibly have 100% an assurance that a bad email will not come through. Sometimes it does come through your own people that are working for you within your own organizations, because they have gone to use your organizational email address in some way, and that's wherever they've used it, their email address or their server has been compromised, and as a result, they are using your company organizational email to send email to you. That is not going to be blocked by anybody. Does that make sense? Because it thinks it's coming from internal to internal. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I was just a little bit confused because I know that most of these company email addresses, once they give you an email address, there are some that the security wouldn't allow you to send an email out of the organization or receive from outside of the organization.
Yes, so that is what we call whitelisting and blacklist and whatnot. But again, we're not there yet. We're going to get there. I don't want to make it complicated for people. So, but tonight, this is just what we want to do. We're going to get into it like more. But yeah, I do love the questions. It makes it lets me to see that people are actually thinking and they are really interested in it. So we have time for one more. Does anybody want to try and run through phishing email analysis? Thank you, Mr. Michael. Anybody wants to try again? Just one more person, and we can wrap it up. So one more person that wants to try. You just have to get your hands dirty. That's how security is. You need to do it, and that's how to learn. If you don't do it, then you just have to do it. Anybody wants to try?
Sorry,
One
I'm
more
still
person.
trying to install something on my PC. Can I quickly share my screen? I just need to ask you something about the installation.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. Can you give me permission, Pat? Thanks. To share. Sorry, can you see my screen?
It's coming through.
How about now? Can you see it?
Yeah. Yeah. So are you installing Ubuntu?
Yeah. So it's asking me this. I've already installed the, what's it called? Parrot OS.
Okay.
So
I didn't ask you to do it though, but
oh, I thought you said you install.
No. I just showed you what we're going to be installed. What we're going to be installing.
Oh,
but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So what does it say? What's the error message?
So not error message. I don't know which one to click on because I have similar with when I was installing the Parrot.
Yeah. So you don't want
know
to
which one.
No. So encrypt the Ubuntu solution for security. Yeah, just do the second one. Yeah.
This one. Erase the ZFS.
Yeah. No. Use the third one. Encrypt. Yeah, that one. Yeah, do okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. And do install now. Yeah, that's sorry.
This one has this because I had similar thing when I was installing the.
No. You are going to choose. No, this is to choose. You are going to choose your code. It's your own security code, so you can choose whatever you want to choose.
Okay.
Yeah, but don't let us see it, so you can. because so this is you choose your own security key, so it could be your date of birth, whatever you want to choose. It's up to you.
Okay, then I'll do it after that. So let me share my screen for.
Okay, are you ready now? Do you want to try?
Yeah, because it was frozen earlier, so I could not really do much. So let me find. I don't really think I have enough junk mail. I don't have any junk email because I'm always deleting it every day.
Okay, that's fine then. I mean, not necessarily. It doesn't even have to be a phishing email, but just any email, but just to understand the thought process of analyzing, phishing email, because you might analyze it might not be a phishing, but the process of analyzing it is going to be the same anyway. So whether it's phishing or not phishing, so you can just find one email.
This one now. Can you see my screen? Can you still see my screen?
Yeah, I can. Yes, I can.
I can't see any option to.
No, if you go, no, don't worry. Don't just go to the link. Link in that email. Just right click. Don't click. You just right click on it. That link, and copy. Copy link. Copy link. Yeah, that's one. Yeah, and go to virus filter and let's see what it says. Again, I know this is not a phishing email, so we just want to, just to try to make sure that you understand it. Yeah, and go to URL, and just paste it in there.
Okay, this is clean, except.
Yeah, trust what said is phishing, but it might not be. But until we look at the headers, so let's go back to the email and let's see where the email is coming from. Where is it coming from? Yeah, this is definitely spoof as well. You can see it's easier because the email, it says new pain relief or whatever. Is that the sender? Who is the sender? Who sent this email to you?
It's not showing.
Yeah, so definitely it's a junk email. You can see. So I mean, there's no even need to do anything. it's been analyzed as junk from your email. You could see, so it's not correct email. It's not
even
right email.
showing the headers.
Yeah, exactly. So you could tell that this is not good email, even from just seeing it. So you could tell.
Okay, so
what
do I need to do now?
No, you can delete it. This is not. I mean.
Oh no, I thought you wanted me to do something else.
Yeah, you can find another email. Let's find another email. Just find another email. Let's even find original email, like real email. So let's do that. Let's use that. The email that this is real email. This is not phishing or anything.
Yeah. I don't know if it's my setting. Why is it blocking the?
Let's go back to another email. It might be your settings. You might have to check that later. So let's look for
is Amazon now.
Amazon, yes. Okay. So yeah, it's blocked. It's showing everything as junk. Interesting.
It could be my
so
you might setting.
Yeah, you might have to look at your settings later. But anyway, so we're still going to do more hands-on and more analysis. So yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Anybody wants to give last go? Anybody wants to try? We've got 26 people here, and it's only 3 people that have tried. I'm giving opportunity, hands-on opportunity. Saka, I think is recorded. Is this session recorded? I believe so, right? I think so. Yeah, Saka, I think so.
It's been recorded.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think so. Who else want to give it a go? Who else want to try? Who else want to try for the last time? Okay. I would say, anybody has got any questions? If you don't want to try hands-on, if you don't want to do it today, that's fine. We're still going to do a lot of hands-on anyways. So anybody has got questions for me? Anybody has got concerns that they want to raise? Anything that I should be aware of? Anything that you want to ask? Anything that you want to know? Like I say, we have a long journey, so Saturday is going to be another interesting time. So questions, concerns, anything, please. Fortune, please. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. It's. I was just thinking, like, some of all these sites where we go to check the domains or to check the main body of the message, is it possible to get all these links in one page?
Yes, I'm going to put everything in a, like I said, there are many. They are called open source threat intel. So yeah, I'll put them. I can put them. We go our chat. So I'll put all the link in that chat. So we all can play with it as well. Free time. Anyone has got any question as well?
Yeah, I have a question, James. So out there at the workplace.
Yeah, who is that? Please, what's your name, please?
This is Pam.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So out there at the workplace, if you get a job as a SOC analyst, or which of these open source tools would you mainly see?
Everything.
Generally,
everything. Yeah, because you are going to be you're going to be investigating something, and when you are investigating, you don't use one tool, right? You want to compare different tools just to make sure that what you are thinking or what you're analyzing is correct. You just cannot use one tool. Like we rightly see, right? Just one vendor classified as email has been phishing email. And the reason is because the other ones, they've not probably they've not increased or improved their database, so they've not added that particular phishing to their database. And again, you also have to know that at workplace, you're also going to be using paid tools because this is an open source. So companies do have, tools that are paid for that you cannot see it in, like, you not see it outside, like, CrowdStrike, Sentinel-1. These are all paid tools, but they work similarly. But what those paid tools will do for you is they are going to be very accurate, more than open source tools. But however, open source tools can be accurate as well. So you just compare, you're just making sure that what you are doing is correct and it's right. Because you don't want, they can, your senior analyst might just ask you, because usually when you finish your analysis, you do what is like, in a simple term, what we call an incident report, to kind of explain what you've done. So all of these things that you've done, you are going to explain it. Okay, I've done these, I've looked at the headers, I've analyzed the IP address, the domain. But there's a template. It's not that you're going to invent it from your head. No, there's a template. So you will not escalate it to your level 2 to say, so because before you analyze level 2, you must have done something. You cannot just analyze it. You cannot just escalate it to level 2 to say, so you have to explain what you've done. Everything that we're doing, you say, okay, I've gone to MX2 box, I've analyzed the headers. This is the part. This is why I think this is a phishing, because the return path does not match the sender address. And all of those things, you'll have put it there to explain. It's just like you're like a lawyer, right? And you are defending something, whether for or against, and you're saying, this is the reason why I think this thing is phishing. So it's now your senior that will then go, or your level 2 or your level 3 analyst will say, okay, then based on the information that you've given, the person will now use that information to do further analysis. So he or she will not go back to start the whole process all over again, because you've done that level 1 analysis. We call it our initial analysis. You've done it.
Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, Tessie, DS certification for SOC, yes. Security Plus, which is the best way to start. So that's it. I think it's Security Plus. That's the certification that I recommend for anyone to do. So this course is not certification course, but if you are interested in Security Plus, I'm happy to kind of guide you as to how you can get it. But I always recommend it is a good one to have if you can. So, any more for anyone? Any more for any more questions? We've got 26 people here. It's just very few people that are talking. Any more for any more? Any more for any more? Anybody wants to ask questions, concerns, anything?
What is the day-to-day like of a SOC analyst? Like, do they have to deal with only customers or businesses? I will explain this. Is it just mainly for businesses, emails that we need to filter, we need to analyze? Is there any other job that customer that we can deal with individually?
So security analyst doesn't deal with customers. That's not your job. So you are a defender, right? So you are protecting complaint data. So you are like gateman, if I can put it that way. You're not actually speaking to. You can speak to the business, but not like in terms of money or anything. So basically, as a security analyst, you are a defender. You are protecting the complaint data. So phishing email is one of them. Virus alert is one of them. We are going to do more alerts. We're going to do like a live attack. We're going to do virus attack. How do you respond to that? We're going to do all of that. But phishing is just one of the things you're going to be doing. You're going to be doing like vulnerability management scan. You're going to be doing some organization, not all. They could allow you to block malicious IP addresses. You are going to be, they could say, okay, they need the infrastructure guys can send you list of domains that are bad, and they ask the security analyst to block it. So you see security analyst as someone that is defending the organization. You are going to be given tools, you have access to SIEM and everything, and all you are doing, you are going to be responding to every alert that comes into the mailbox. It could be phishing email, it could be someone might have, maybe someone has mistakenly downloaded a malicious file onto their computer, and they come to the security team to say, what do we do? You have to explain to them, okay, you disconnect that laptop from the network, you then run what we call an AV scan, antivirus scan. But we're going to get to all of that, but it's not only phishing email that you'll be doing. So just to clarify, it's not only phishing email, you're going to be working with SIEM, but I'm happy to tell you that phishing is the biggest threat, is the biggest attacks against organizations. Even in the UK, everywhere, it's still the biggest, because from phishing you can get ransomware. So organization takes phishing so seriously. But that's not only what you're going to be, but at level 1 you're not doing much, because there's still going to be like malware analysis. You can't do that at this level, because you need to understand your level 1 very well before you move to other levels. Does that make sense, B?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Actually, James, I have a question. So what we've done here tonight, in summary, is it threat hunting?
So this is not threat hunting. This is just analyzing, events or security.
Okay.
And so threat hunting is another. So before you start to do threat hunting, it is when you start to get to level 3, because threat hunting is, and I would explain what that means. Yeah, that was a good question. So threat hunting is you being proactive. So I like to use a very simple example. I don't want to be going into cyber too much so that people can understand. In your house, for example, you've got doors, you've got things. So threat hunters, what they do is they are proactive. So you are trying to think that, okay, before somebody comes and bug my house, let me go and get doorbell. Let me go and get cameras. Let me go and install camera in my back garden. Let me do extra lock. You are doing those things as you are in your mind. You are assuming that somebody's coming to bug your house tomorrow. So threat hunters are being proactive. They are looking at logs. They are looking at security events in their organization, and they are trying to think that they are thinking in their mind that somebody has hacked us. There's a bad actor in our network. Let's start to dig. Let's start to check if they're actually there, and if they're not there, what can we do to prevent them from coming? That's what threat hunters does. So you are being proactive. So threat hunting is another thing usually. But when you work in SOC, you will know all of these things. That's why I said SOC is the best place to start, because you're going to be exposed to so many things. Not necessarily that you do everything, but you will be exposed and you will understand what they are doing, because you are going to be working with these people. So threat hunter team, they also work with the SOC a lot, because they will go out there and find those threats, those vulnerability, and they will send it to the SOC team to say, these are the, based on the threat intel. It's just like police, right? It's just like army. They have threat intelligence units. Those ones, they don't go and fight the war, but they are the one getting the intelligence, because you cannot win a war without intelligence. So intelligence is important as people that are fighting. Otherwise, they will kill all of them. Because if you don't have intelligence, if you don't know that maybe someone has planted bomb on that path that you are going, you will know. So there's a threat intelligence team that all they do is to gather threat intel about what is happening, about latest threats, about latest vulnerabilities, about latest information in the cyberspace, and they will bring it to the security operation team to say, guys, these are the new things. Then the security operation team will start to now say, okay, what do we do? They will start to write queries, start to develop use cases to combat those threats. I don't know if I've been able to answer that, question.
Yes, that's all right. Thank you very much for that.
Okay.
So what we've done tonight is analyzing phishing emails.
Yeah. So which is part of security incidents or events, if you want to call it that way, which is part of the day-to-day activities that you will be doing as a SOC analyst. It's part of it, not the only one. It is part of it, because we are still going to see other things. We're still going to be logging into SIEM, and we're still going to be analyzing other events as well in SIEM solutions. So,
okay. Thank you very much.
So, sorry, anybody wants to ask more questions?
Yeah, so it's Fortune. So is the SIEM the kind of like place where every SOC analyst goes to pick items that have been sent over to the security team to sort of analyze?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So SIEM is a central location. So in every organizations, right? Its organizations are big. They're really big, and they've got servers, laptops, solutions, cloud, so many things. And these things, these are the things that people that work for those organizations, they use them day to day. Before SIEM comes, individuals, like if you are, for example, if you're a Linux admin, you just focus on your Linux. You manage your Linux and all of those. If you are Windows, you focus on Windows. If you are midware, all of those things, you just focus on them. But when SIEM came, SIEM now gives us the avenue to put everything in a central location. You have all of those logs, your Windows logs, your Linux logs, your database logs, firewall logs, all of your logs, your IDS logs, switches, router, everything. They are now in a central location whereby you can then create a monitoring use case to say, okay, I want to know when somebody is logging into my firewall, please trigger and alert. If someone is logging into my database, trigger and alert. If someone is doing that, trigger and alert. So SIEM is nothing but a central location where all of these things, are put together. So yes, in terms of, you don't go there because there's going to be a use cases for everything. So you don't go there until those use cases are triggered. And different organizations are set it up differently. So there's a lot of automation going on now. So most organizations these days, they will have like email box for security team, for SOC team. So there's going to be email box where all the security team members, they're going to be in that mailbox. So, and there's going to be an automation from your SIEM solution to your SIEM or to your email mailbox. So if there's any alert, it will just come down. It will just come to your email. So once you click on that email, then it takes you to your SIEM solution. Then you can start your analysis. But you also have to understand that when you're analyzing, you are not staying only on SIEM, because SIEM is just a central place. And security, again, like I explained, is not, you are like, you have to, there's a way to think. That's how I'm putting it. There's a way to think. You have to sit back and try to say, okay, what am I doing here? I'm trying to investigate something. That's why usually people that come from the police background, they're always very good analysts. Forget about even security. Just thinking as an analyst would help you a lot. Just thinking like, okay, I want to investigate something. How do you do it? Just on a normal day. Somebody came to your house, and after that person left, you realize that you put some money in your, maybe on the table, and those money is gone. Just that scenario, what will you do? You start to investigate. You will sit back and say, okay, how many people has come to this house today? When was this person left? You begin. That's what the same thing is what you do as an analyst, as a security analyst. But this time you are doing it in security. But when you have that mindset, or when you have that thinking, that's all you need. It does not matter whether it is in security or whatever, but you need to have like analytical mind. You have to be able to think. You have to be able to make sure that what you are doing, you understand it, and before you do anything, you think about it. That's all I would say. Fortune.
Yeah, thank you for that. But I think what I was trying to ask is sort of like, say for instance, the day-to-day operations, how do the security analysts like get tickets? Say for instance, maybe a member of staff, maybe from the HR or whichever department, gets an email and suspects or has this gut feeling that, oh, this is phishing, and they report it.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it goes to a central location where maybe the SOC analyst manager picks it up and maybe sort of distributes it to, or puts it in a ticket on a queue or something like that. So I think that's where my question is coming from. Like,
yeah, I get that, and I said different organizations, they set it up differently. So some organization, if you are on the top corner of your Outlook, you will see a phishing reporting button that so you can click on, and again there's an automation, so it comes to the mailbox. Security mailbox is open to all the security team members. So anybody can go into that box and just pick it up, assign it to yourself, and just work and start to work on it. Some organizations, they use like ticketing system, ServiceNow, so you will go to that ServiceNow, then the ServiceNow will send email to, again, all of the team members, say there's a ticket for you. It could be phishing, it could be AV scan, it could be antivirus, it could be malware alert, it could be anything. So then that ticket, that email will come to the mailbox. Then any member of the team will pick it up, and you will assign it to yourself. Then when you finish it, you go to the mailbox, you go to the ServiceNow ticket, put all of your findings there, and if you need to close it, you close it. If you need to escalate it, then you escalate it to the second person. So in terms of the way of working, is the same like any other IT. It doesn't really matter. Some organizations, they work from the email. So for some organizations, they work from the ticketing system, basically.
all right, thank you very much.
So yeah.
One more question, James. Yeah. So you mentioned, I think Fortune asked a question. I mentioned SIEM, and you said something about alerts. Is SIEM all the controls that are implemented, do they happen in SIEM?
No. Okay. So SIEM is like a central database where all of our logs, all logs means, so if you don't understand logs, I'll explain again. Logs means every time we go into an office, right, we have our key pass, most of us. When you get to the office, you eat your key pass, maybe the door open or whatever, then you go in. So everything that is being recorded is logs. So the same thing happens on systems. Everything that we do on our system, as we are working on our systems now, is being logged. And I will show us on Saturday. We'll start to get into the thinking of an analyst, and we'll see how this thing works. So everything that happens on the system is being logged. So that logs, there are so many, and there's no way we can track them. And that is why we need a SIEM, a central location where we can put everything into. Then once they are in that scene, then we can start to create a rule to say, if this thing happen, send me an alert. For example, I can say, if usually Pat comes in at 9 o'clock and she leaves at 5 o'clock. So if Pat comes, so I'm going to write what is called a logic rule to say, if Pat comes at 8 o'clock, send me an alert. It does not mean that Pat has come to do something malicious, but just that usually Pat doesn't come at 8 o'clock. So I want to know why you come at 8 o'clock, and I reach out to you. So Pat, what happened today? You usually come at 9 o'clock, but why did you come at 9 o'clock today? Then you can say, oh yes, I came at 8 o'clock today because I was planning to finish early. But at least we know. But if there is no log, if there is nothing, nobody will know when you come, when you go. So the same thing applies to security. So those logs are there to monitor suspicious activities. Otherwise, if there's a threat actor within our network, if there's an hacker, you will not know. So that's why SIEM is the central location where all of those logs within our company are stored.
Yeah, thanks. That's all.
Okay, I think we're coming to the end of it tonight, and if there's no more questions, I will give it to Pat, and we're going to be speaking again same time, on Saturday, by God's grace. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for tonight again.
Yeah, thank you, everyone, for tonight. I believe we've all enjoyed this class, and I hope, because I realize quite a number of people are quiet. Please don't be confused. Go back and watch the videos again. We'll make them available immediately. And also to those who are on this call, maybe for the first or second time from Saturday, if you have not registered for the course, or if you registered and you've not completed the terms and conditions form, you will not be added to the main group where all communications relating to the course is going to be taking place, where we're going to be putting all our interview questions or queries while we're practicing by ourselves at home and all that. So please get ready for Saturday. Ensure, James, are we doing installations on Saturday?
No, not really.
No.
We're still gonna do some. We're not there yet, but we're still gonna do some analysis, event analysis, scene. So all of those logs that I'm talking about, I'll begin to show us. Not say, okay, these are the logs, these are it works, because we need to do some basic theories as well, so that when we start to get to those logs, when we start to get to the practical, then we can understand. Otherwise, like,
all right, yeah.
What's going on?
All right, I'm sure it's going to keep getting clearer, as you can see.
Exactly.
It takes its time to explain all the details to us, and it allows us to ask questions as well. So please always come prepared. Don't leave the video until the last minute, to watch. Just strike out the time during the week in your calendar, and just focus and get this and get hands-on with all of this information that you're getting. A course like this, and I know what I'm saying, I'm sure James knows, is aware as well. I was on a webinar yesterday, a cybersecurity course. It's not even, it's not the foundation anyway, but if you go out there, people pay thousands of dollars for cybersecurity courses. So please don't take this for granted. Let's come prepared. Let's come with our questions, because we have a very good tutor here and is ready to help everyone here. Have a good night, everyone. If there are no questions, again.
Yeah, I think James is asking how he's going to get the recording. I'm sure you can speak to Pat. So thank you, everyone. And Pat, thank you for tonight as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, bye. Bye, everyone.
Yes.
Bye.
Okay, fine.